Hello, friends! Once upon a time, there was a magical town where all the houses were made of sweets. Each house had a chimney that led to the roof, which was covered with delicious candies. When you reached the top of the chimney, you could see the whole town from above. It looked like a giant chocolate bar with white icing on the roof. In this town lived a little boy named Timmy. He lived in a house made of cookies. The walls, windows, and doors of his house were all made of cookies. Every morning, Timmy would wake up and eat a cookie for breakfast. One day, he came across an old cookbook and began reading it. The recipes in this book required so many ingredients that Timmy decided to visit other houses in the town to get them. On his way, he met Tommy, the baker, who was kneading dough outside his house. "Good morning," said Timmy. "You sure do live in a nice house," replied Tommy, pointing to Timmy's cookie house. "Thanks," said Timmy. "I'm going to collect some ingredients for my mom. She wants to bake a cake." "Oh, I can help you with that," said Tommy. "I have flour, sugar, eggs, everything you need." Timmy happily took the ingredients and continued on his way. He noticed a beautiful red apple orchard ahead. The apples looked juicy and ripe. Timmy picked one and started eating it. Suddenly, he heard a voice. "Hey, give me back my apple." Timmy turned around and saw a tiny girl with pigtails standing behind him. "Why should I?" asked Timmy. "Because it's mine," replied the girl. "And besides, you're really small. Give me the apple back." Timmy ate the rest of the apple. "You'll pay for that," said the girl, and she vanished. Timmy shrugged and continued walking. Soon he was at a river, but there was no bridge. So he started looking for another way when he saw a man fishing by the riverbank. "Excuse me," said Timmy. "Can you tell me how to get to the other side?" The man looked at Timmy and replied, "Why are you in such a hurry? Just cross the river from here. It's not a big deal." "But I don't know how to swim," said Timmy. "Nonsense," said the man. "Everyone can swim." And he pushed Timmy into the water, struggling to stay afloat. Timmy cried out, "Help me, please." The man pulled him out of the water and sat him on the riverbank. "See, I told you you could do it," he said with a smile. Timmy, shivering in soap, just nodded. "I'm sorry," said the man. "I had to make sure you were in a spy sent by those witches from the west." "Witches?" asked Timmy. "Yeah, they always try to find someone to sacrifice in their evil spells," replied the man. "That's why I test everyone who comes to this river." After warming up a bit, Timmy thanked the man and continued on his way. He walked past vegetable gardens, flower fields, and finally arrived at the house he was looking for. Timmy knocked on the door and waited. A moment later, it opened and a woman with a kind face looked out. "Hello," said Timmy. "I'm sorry to bother you, but do you have any milk?" The woman smiled. "Of course, dear. Come inside." As Timmy entered the house, he noticed a clock on the wall. It struck 6 in the evening. "Oh, I'm late," said Timmy. "It's time for dinner at my house." The woman took the empty jar from Timmy and went to the kitchen. "Here you go," she said. "Be sure to bring your jar back tomorrow." Timmy thanked her and ran home. As he was crossing the river, he remembered the girl who wanted her apple back. Maybe it was time to return the favor. He called out, "Hey, little girl, come over here." The girl swam to the middle of the river and asked, "What do you want?" "Do you want to hear a magic spell?" The girl got angry and splashed water at him. "You silly," she yelled. "I'm not falling for that again." Timmy laughed even harder. This went on until both of them were out of breath. Then they looked at each other and burst out laughing together. Timmy then swam to the other side and headed home. As he approached his house, he heard voices coming from inside. The windows and doors were wide open, and all the furniture was overturned. Who could have done this? Timmy wondered. Then he spotted his mom standing in the middle of the room holding a frying pan. She was surrounded by Tommy, the baker, the man from the river, and the woman from the house. They all looked scared. "What happened here?" asked Timmy. "You don't remember anything?" asked his mom. "Of course I do," said Timmy. "I went to get ingredients for you. Then I met Tommy, the baker, and he gave me these things. But what happened next? I don't remember." "You ate one of those enchanted apples from the orchard," said the woman. "They make you forget things, but only for a while. You'll be fine soon." At that moment, Timmy felt something strange happening to him. His body started shrinking, and before he knew it, he was only a few inches tall. At the same time, Tommy, the baker, grew larger and larger, and the woman turned into the little girl. The man from the river turned into a grown man. All of them were now exactly the same height. "What's happening to me?" cried Timmy. "Don't worry," said the woman. "This happens every full moon. You were just lucky it happened today. You see, in our town, the kids become adults and the adults become kids for one day. You got to experience what it's like to be a grown-up, and we get to relive our childhood for a day. It's a magical gift from the Moon Witch. She does it so we never forget what it's like to be young." Timmy couldn't believe what he was hearing. This was supposed to be just an ordinary day. Now he was stuck in an adult's body and didn't know anything about being an adult. What if he couldn't take care of himself? What if he couldn't solve problems or protect his family? These thoughts worried him. Tommy patted Timmy on the shoulder. "Hey, you'll be fine. Just follow my lead." So Tommy, who was actually a kid, took Timmy under his wing and taught him how to do chores, cook food, and fix things around the house. Timmy surprised everyone with how quickly he learned. Apparently, being a kid for a day made you smarter than usual. Meanwhile, the grown-ups relived their childhood by playing games, riding bikes, and swinging on the swings. By the end of the day, they were exhausted and fell asleep early. When Timmy woke up, he found himself lying in his bed. His mom was sitting beside him, and his house was back to normal. Had it all been a dream? He wondered. Then he noticed something. He wasn't the same anymore. Timmy used to be a scared and selfish kid, but now he felt different. He realized that growing up wasn't just about becoming taller and stronger. It was also about becoming more responsible, caring, and helpful. Just then, Tommy knocked on the door. Timmy opened it and saw the other townspeople with him. They all looked happy. "We just wanted to thank you," said Tommy. "You taught us a lot today, Timmy. We realized that being a kid isn't all fun and games, and being an adult comes with its own challenges. Thanks to you, we won't forget that." Timmy blushed. "It was nothing, really. I'm glad I could help." Then Timmy, Tommy, and the others went to the backyard and looked up at the full moon. It was shining brightly in the sky, casting its magical glow over the town. "Thank you, Moon Witch," they all said in unison, and the moon seemed to wink at them, as if sharing their From that day on, Timmy wasn't the same scared and selfish kid. He became a brave, helpful and responsible young man. And whenever he saw the full moon, he remembered his extraordinary day when he swapped lives with the townspeople.